Remembering a true hero. It's been years since the Kern County Sheriff's deputy died in an intense firefight, trading his life for those of hostages held by a heavily armed gunman. The unselfish courage of Phillip Campas left his name and his badge number 1392 etched into Kern County's history.
He was just a star in our organization that when you talk about police officers that run toward gunfire, that's him.
It was one of the deadliest confrontations in Kern County history. It started on July 25th, 2021, just after 1 p.m. with this 911 call.
911, what's your address?
I need somebody really quick. There's someone with a gun in the house.
Sheriff's deputies were called to a home in Wasco for reports of shots fired. That's where 41-year-old Jose Manuel Ramirez Jr. held his family hostage after an argument. His son's wife was outside when she heard gunfire and called 911. She stepped inside to find her husband, the gunman's son, 24-year-old Jose Ramirez III, bleeding from the back of his head.
I didn't want to lose him. I was preparing myself, if he doesn't make it, to be strong for him. And the last thing he said to me was, "I love you."
Jose Ramirez III was dead. His mother and brother lay wounded, trapped inside the house with Jose Ramirez Jr., who was heavily armed, barricaded.
As they approached the front door, the suspect began shooting at the deputies with a rifle.
You could see officers running into position, some retreating behind an armored vehicle during the hours-long standoff. No deputies were hit during the first hail of bullets. But hundreds of shots followed. The SWAT team was summoned. Deputy Campas, 35 years old, off-duty and at home that Sunday afternoon, answered the call. He was a Marine veteran and had been with the sheriff's office for 5 years. That day, he led the team that fought its way towards the house to rescue victims. Then,
Control on Moscow, too clear for a plate. Oh! Hey! Officer down. You need medical aid to move up?
2 deputies hit. Campas died at Kern Medical. SWAT officer DeSander Guerrero was also shot, but survived. 3 hours after the shooting, and 5 hours into the standoff, Ramirez climbed onto the roof of the house.
An additional officer-involved shooting occurred, and the suspect was struck. The suspect was removed from the roof and provided medical aid, but was pronounced dead at the scene.
First responders recovered an AK-47 style rifle and a handgun from Ramirez's body. In all, 5 people died that afternoon, including Ramirez's wife and 2 sons. But 2 women and 2 young girls were rescued. That evening, officers with dozens of agencies formed an honor guard at Kern Medical, saluting and placing Campas's flag-draped body into a hearse.
I was there when the wife and the mother and the father we just felt we needed to wait.
Phil sacrificed his life doing what he always does, leading from the front. Not a day will go by that I won't think of you. Not a second will go by that I won't miss you. To the greatest Marine, the greatest warrior, the greatest friend, and the greatest man I will ever know. I'll see you on the other side. You'll always be on the life plan. I love you. Goodbye, brother.